Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Strategy Room. It is so good to have you back here again. How's your day going? How's everything? Bumpy? Good? Well, let me tell you, I had a bumpy start too, for those of you who had a bumpy start. I had an event this morning and I put on these shoes, nice wedges, cute, that I hadn't worn in a while. And you guessed it, in the middle of the whole thing, the shoe came apart. And of course, I was a little bit perturbed, but what could you do, right? So what I did, I took my shoes off, of course, and walked bare feet straight to my car and straight home. I thought to myself, there's no need to, be upset about it, because what could you do, like I said, And there's so many other things that I can be happy about, that I can be focused about. So I did that. So you know what I normally do? I build a bridge and I got over it. Okay, but I'm sure the rest of your day is going to be good. But a student of mine approached me recently and she asked that I do a session on how to get promoted because she said that the information that I gave her, she found was very beneficial. And over the last year, I think, she would have gotten like about 2 promotions, yeah? So what I'm gonna do is share the love that I shared with her. I'm gonna share it with you so you too could have that opportunity to move on up, okay? So let's get started. At the beginning of my career, I had a supervisor who was calloused and, oh my God, she was very, very harsh. And it didn't help that I was not one of her favorites because I was always a very vocal, independent thinker. This one particular year, I was nominated for Employee of the Year. And I kid you not, I am not fibbing. This woman came to me directly to me and said, as long as I'm in management, you will never get Employee of the Year. You can imagine how devastating that was for a 10 to 22-year-old. Oh my goodness, I was devastated. So I went home that afternoon and I spoke with my father and I was washed away in tears and just sat there patiently waiting for me to stop, but I went on and on, she don't like me and I'm so broken. I don't think I'm going to ever make it, and he was just rolling his eyes, just waiting for me to stop the pity party. But eventually I stopped, right? And he said to me, and I'll never forget this, he asked me the question, who hired your company to do the job that you're doing right now? I'm like, what? He said, who hired your company to do the job that you're doing right now? I paused for a moment because, he's always talking in parables. So I had to be quick, I had to be sharp. And then I figured out what he was trying to say. And I quickly blurted out the name of the company that I was working for at the time. He said, correct. Now, go now and do your business properly and do it with excellence, because excellence is very loud. It is so loud that it can drown out the voice of your supervisor. Go girl and make it happen. So I did exactly that. I went and did business differently. I never looked at myself as like an employee ever again. I looked at myself as a person who was exchanging service for a fair wage, right? In excellence. And the end of that story is that I got promoted twice in 1 year. I'm telling you, twice in 1 year. So all this wonderful tips and information that I gathered along the years, I'm going to give it to you. So what my father essentially was asking me to do was to brand myself. To brand yourself, you must be intentional. You must set core values and set boundaries that is unique to the marketplace, that defines you. And of course, this must be done in excellence. Look at Nike, right? Look at Apple and so many other companies that you know them for their branding. What are you known for? What can somebody say that they know you specifically for? So that is kind of an idea of how branding works. Now I want to switch a little bit and I want to show you or tell you how you're not so different as an employee as it relates to a business owner, right? Because remember, my father said, go and do my business. Let me show you how close this is in comparison, okay? The first thing is you present a resume, okay? When you see a position or an opportunity that you want to take advantage of. The business owner, the company, also presents a resume in a form of a portfolio, right? Secondly, you negotiate a salary for the position, negotiate a contract to get the job done. Thirdly, if you are successful in getting the position as an employee, you're given a employee handbook and your job description, so you know what is expected of you. Likewise, the business owner gets a contract, and in that contract it has the terms and conditions to get the job done, right? Fourthly, there are also periodic evaluations through performance appraisals, coaching, that kind of stuff. Two, the business owner also gets evaluated through inspection of the work, and then it's reconciled to timelines, etc. Fifthly, if you as an employee do an exceptional job according to your performance appraisal, you have a good chance of getting a bonus or even a promotion. Likewise, the business owner, according to what is negotiated in the contract, they too can get a bonus for finishing on time or being ahead of schedule, or be considered to get the next contract without even having to bid for it. How about that? And lastly, right, as an employee, if you don't do what you're requested to do in terms of breaching a contract, etc., you can be terminated. Yeah, you can be terminated. Likewise, the business owner, if they don't fulfill what is written in the contract or they did shoddy work, their contract can also be terminated. So I want you to ponder on that a minute. Let that marinate a minute. Think about that. I showed you the comparison between an employee and a business owner. Not that much different, right? No. So now that I have your mindset as a business owner, for which you are, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to get some exercises done to show you how to transition, okay? Also, I listed about 6 points. If you have any others that you can share with us, put it in the comment below so we can all, benefit from further comparisons, more comparisons. I have to do a part 2 because it's quite a bit of information, and I'm not going to get to all, but I think I'm going to give you enough so you can, so it can make a difference, right? So if the information you got so far has been beneficial to you, of course, I need you to like, I need you to subscribe, leave a comment below, and also hit the notification bell so when we drop the next video, you'd know, okay? So until then, see you later. Goodbye.